Hey everybody, it's Thursday, May 28th, and I'm about to head to Charlotte, North Carolina for the 2020 GT500 Track Attack. It's going to be fun! Well, today is Friday, May 29th. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just woke up, got some food, checked out the hotel. Rental car is ready. Today is the first class of the 2020 Shelby GT500 Track Attack. The owner's experience. This is different from the North American Track Tour, which I did last October. All right, I made it. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Ford Performance Racing School. Should be a fun day. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. .350s on the left. 500s all lined up on the right. You got some of them in the back room here. Love all the graphics. Cars look fabulous. Getting them out for the fun today. Lots of GT500s here. Not nearly as many as the 350s. Oh yeah, rapid red.
What's this one called? Rapid Red? Rapid Red, yeah. Honestly, I really like Rapid Red. I like the red.
I need 20% to turn. What do I have to do with the braking? I have to give it up. I have to ease up to 80% of my braking to get my turn. So I have to trade that traction, right? I have to trade what I'm doing with it. So by the time I get down into the middle of that turn, I need 100% of my traction for turning. I better be off the what? Right. The brake, right? So now I'm turning in that corner, but I see the next straight coming up, and I want to go, go, go. If I keep that steering wheel turned over and I go to gas, where's my weight go? to the rear. Think of a dragster. So I go to gas, especially in these cars, all this horsepower, and it goes back. What's happening with my front tires? They're lifting up and having less traction.
All right, we finished the classroom portion of this event, and now we're all in our cars, getting strapped in, getting the radios turned on. We're going to drive over to the track, so we're not wearing our helmets yet. The weather could be better, could be worse. A little bit of sprinkles on all these clean cars. But we're going to hopefully get the drag strip portion in today. They're not sure, it kind of depends on the weather. They're over there trying to prep the track. We're going to run the road course track regardless, whether we're in the rain or not. But this is their first event with the 2020 GT500. We're going to have some fun.
Sit anywhere.
I'm coming down to get a good view here of what's happening.
Good view down here, yeah. Look, this will do everything beforehand.
Well, there it
Make
is.
yourself comfortable. Order the camera. So today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on two things today. First and foremost, we're going to be working on an exercise to help you understand your car. So you all know where the mode button is. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the session out in regular, normal street drive mode. So as you go out, what we want you to do is we want you just to feel, how's the steering wheel feel, how's the car turning, how does it accelerate? So there's some things, because of the electronics in the car, they're able to change the mapping on the throttle. So when you really give it a lot of gas, it gives it gas, but it doesn't really give it 100%. Same with the steering. The steering's a little bit lighter. It's designed for everyday driving, and the dampening also of the shocks are very light. So we're going to do 2 laps like that. Then what we're going to do, the second round, we'll tell you, we'll say, okay, switch to sport mode.
All right, we're out at the drag strip, but we just sat in a kind of a press booth, I guess you'd call it, or viewing booth, and we got discussion about our first exercise, which we're going to go around a small little course, and they want us to feel the different modes, starting out in normal mode, then sport, and then track. And we're going to have an early apex, a late apex, and we're also going to do, I guess, a little slalom. So we got to suit up, got all the cars out here already. So far the weather's kind of holding out. I think we're going to have some fun.
Down there's a late apex, so the corner's coming there, and he's going to accelerate again. And once you get through so I'll be talking you through the modes. So I'll say normal mode, sport mode, so that you can feel it.
That sounds like track mode shifting there. All right, he's now in track mode. Can hear those downshifts. Yes.
You're going to go out and do 2 laps in normal mode.
Okay. Here we go, 2 laps in normal mode. Head's hitting the ceiling.
Nice job. Look through the corner. Look for that green cone, eyes up. You're going to go through those cones smoothly. Beautiful. Awesome, brother. So if you don't mind, just come to a stop right there and then switch modes. Go to sport mode for me. When you're in sport mode, 2 laps. You're doing great.
Okay.
Nice, nice. So you should be feeling the difference in the steering. Acceleration and sound. Good job getting this all down. I don't think you're going to make it, but you did a great job. Keep going. Keep going. All right, so now we're going to just come to a stop and put it in track mode. Give me 2 laps. 2 laps. There you go.
Just got done running their little demo course here, 2 laps in normal, 2 sport, 2 track, and then they put you back 1 more lap on normal. Yeah, you definitely feel a difference. The commentary on my in-car comm was funny. He didn't think I was going to make a turn. I was coming in too hot, but it stuck and it made it happen. But whew, that was fun. Well, this is my car. I just noticed. This one has 180.6 miles on it. I guess that's past the initial 100-mile break-in, but we're definitely driving these like they're on the track. You can see the video set up. They have cameras there, as well as one outside, I think catching out front. Maybe it's on the back side of that. I'm gonna run a GoPro there and also have my my camera mounted my cell phone camera mounted right there. But last person's finishing up the cones exercise, different modes. We're going to the next event.
Easiest layman terms you're ever going to hear. Front end is when, or excuse me, understeer is when the front end hits the wall. Oversteer is when the back end hits the wall, right? That's the easiest way to explain it. If you're around this part of the country, I used to work a lot with Bill Elliott, and he was funny. He always said that dog wouldn't hunt, meaning that he was turning the wheel, and the car wouldn't respond as much as he wanted to. So he'd always tell me, that car doesn't hunt, man, that car won't hunt. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's pushing, it's understeering. So you hear pushes and then it turns. Skid cars are early. It's a little damp this morning because the weather we've been having, and this is why I call it a poor man's skid pad, because they get all the confidence in the world. They go hogging down into that off-ramp, and they get about halfway through when their hands are crossed up like this, and they're looking at the Armco barrier, and they go, oh buddy, this is where it starts, right? Oh, West engine checks over, they snap the foot off that accelerator, it throws all the weight over the front end. At one moment, those front tires are like, look, I ain't gonna turn, buddy, I need more weight. Now we just dumped all that weight over the front end, and they say, hallelujah, and they want to turn in. Those poor back tires like, buddy, what are you doing to me, man? I got nothing. And then here she comes. The back end starts coming around, you hard on the brakes, and then around we go, right? Again, we take it all the way back to the beginning of the off-ramp. What did we do wrong? We entered way too early and we carried way too much speed into that corner. We just need to back up.
All right, just finished on the understeer oversteer demo. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So he's, you got an instructor sitting in your right seat. He's got a hydraulic setup, and he's raising and lowering the front or the back of the car to induce over our understeer. And it was actually, I was drifting around the corners, which I had never really done to that extent. And he was happy with my performance. I hadn't spun out at all, so at the end there, he jacked the rear end way up, and yeah, he caused me to spin out. But it was fun. Good times.
Yeah. Come on in, guys.
So I turned the traction control on. Okay, traction control is on. I'm going to the Cobra. I'm in drive. And I'm going to drag mode. Drag mode, in drive, traction control is on. Pushing the Cobra. Going to track apps. Line lock.
Hey Dan, tell me when you're gonna go.
I'm holding OK, and the wheel's going to spin up on the dash. It says hold OK to initialize. Now I'm pushing on the brake, and it's engaged. I'm going to push OK again, and it's going to give me the time.
All right. Hey, let's get everybody back.
Back up.
So if you're racing against somebody, somebody's got a pre-stage, the other guy pre-staged, then you can go ahead and do your launch control. You don't want to start your launch control until the guy next to you has pre-stage, because you'll time out. You don't want to time out. So Bill's gonna roll up. Hey Bill, you ready? Keep your eyes on the top LED lights. That's pre-stage. He rolls up about, I think it's 12 to 18 inches, and then you're gonna be staged up. The bottom lights will come on. He'll roll up. There you go. At that point, the starter can flip the switch, and then we got showtime ready to rock and roll. When you go to take off, make sure both hands are on that steering wheel. Make sure you keep focused on the Christmas tree. And then when you see green, you go to mat it. Now, you can anticipate when that green light's going to come on, because it takes a second for the launch control to kick in. Based on your car, you'll figure out what light you need to leave on. A lot of times guys want to leave on the last yellow and try to get a jump start or someone, get a hole shot. If you were to be too early with your initial rollout, right, and you roll forward, go ahead and roll forward. And he started too soon and he rolled out, he would get a red light. That means you jump started. Your competitor would now. There it is. He's going to roll in and get staged with the second light. Now he's fully staged.
11.68. That was fun. All right, I got my slip from the first one, It said I did a 11.68 at 127. Did a side-by-side race. Oh, that was cool. They held me at the line in launch control on the RPMs there for a while. I think to let him stage, and they let us go together. Oh, that was cool. So I didn't know we were going to run tandem. I thought we were doing individual. Yeah, so I sat on launch control on the RPMs, sitting there for a little while the guy next to me staged. But yeah, then we went together, which was fun. So I guess we're going tandem on these now. Now I know to wait for the next guy alongside me to line up and get staged. This is cool. All right. Get off the line faster. Oh man, so that time I tried 3,000 RPMs and it was too much. I got to back down. I'm going to go back down to 2,500 RPMs and see how that goes. That was fun. He left early, but then got off of it. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, that 2,200 RPMs worked out much better than 3,000. Got off the line much better here. All right, we just finished up at the drag strip. Got, I think it was 4 runs down the track. First one was individual, single, and then we raced after that. My second one, I didn't know we were racing. They were holding me at the line, waiting for the other guy to line up. And I played with different RPMs. First one was whatever they had it set default, I don't remember. Then the second one, I think I did 2,500 RPMs. Third one, I did 3,000 at Bog. That's the one race that you probably saw where the guy got up pretty far ahead of me. The RPMs were too high for, we weren't doing line lock burnouts. But it was a prep track. And the temperature here is 82 degrees. It's overcast. And then the last one, I dropped it down to 2,200, and that did really well. It didn't do a big bog. I was able to get out of the hole much better, but drag strip was fun. And I think we're going to have some food right now, and then the big mamma jamma, the road course. That's what I'm most looking forward to. There's a guy taking pictures of all of us. Yeah, this. Anybody who has a GT500 or GT350, you got to get out here because this is just a freaking blast. It's fun. Dark clouds, rain and thunder. All the cars sit, waiting for more fun. We broke for lunch, and now we're just kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for the weather to clear up. Looks like it'll be done before too long, but obviously the track's going to be wet. You see a bunch of the different color combos here. The sound you hear is one of the instructors out on the track checking it out. So there's 19 cars outside and 19 GT500s. There's 20, 21, 22, 23. I think there's a couple over at the track at least. So I think they have about 25 cars here. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 GT350s. Love me some Rapid Red.
It's gonna, unless we're running in slippery mode, it's gonna cut out on you. The slippery mode will definitely limit what we can do out there at all. It's not gonna let us do much going on now. So sport mode, manual, third gear on the infield, fourth gear on the roval. It is rain, it is wet, stay off the paint. Paint gets super, super, super slick in the rain. Any kind of moisture on it and it's just like oil, okay? So stay off the paint. There are a couple places we're not gonna be able to. When you're coming across here, this big blue part, right in here, this is where they put the big sponsor's name, start, finish, that's all paint, okay? So get in there, straighten it, take it easy until you get beyond it on the other side. You're going to be running the roval, coming in at turn 1, on the infield, running the infield, coming straight through here and coming through there and coming right back up on in turn 1. This is the roval turn 1, this is infield turn 1. So coming in here, we're gonna be back on the roval, all the way around, braking, coming in through the chicane, so braking, 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 a tight turn, and then back out into turns 3 and 4, coming on the front straight, into a chicane, and then back to the infield. Okay, once we get the video, I'll show you that. But key areas to watch, paint, water. This one is right here. We are on this section back here, coming out onto this infield straight. And then we'll be coming in through the horseshoe. And think about getting your vision up. There are the box stands, okay? There's the tower. You'll start seeing things like that, the timing and scoring tower. See how he's going out to the green cone, which is your turn-in cone? This one's
That's the paint you don't want to be on right there.
you do not want to be on that paint. You will slip right off it, okay? Or on the inside.
Accelerated green, right?
At the green is turn in, and then the apex is green. As you get to the green, that's when you can start back on the gas, correct? So now we're coming right up here. This is an uphill. Coming up there, you'll see the turning cone on the left.
And then obviously third gear until right here, and then you know when to shift.
Nope, third gear all the way through here. You're still in third gear the whole time. So this wall right here is coming around in turn 8. And you'll see it has a double apex, 1 green cone, 2 green cones. Keep it up against that wall. Straight over the blind hill. Braking as you come down to the bottom. Now we're in turn 9, right through here. There's some paint right there. As you go across it, you're going to feel a little skip. Hang on to it. You'll get over it. It's a very small, thin line of paint. It's where it switches back over to here, you'll feel it though. You can't avoid that one. So this is coming around turn 10, about to get back on the oval. You see the stands out there on the left. Using all the track, particularly in the wet, being very smooth. And yes, it is going to be slower. There's our brake marker, 100 feet to the turn, braking, staying wide. Now we're going to turn up onto the roval. Okay? See, we're going across paint. Watch yourself there, and that's where it starts the bank, and you're coming from flat to bank. So you got to watch that too. Now, right around in here is where we're going to be going to fourth gear. Okay? So fourth gear for the roval. That's down on the first lane. We're going to be about in the second lane, somewhere up in there. And then we will come back down to the first lane and ease it out towards the wall. Not at the wall. We're staying in the second lane. We're straddling the line here. See the dotted line? We're straddling it. We're not up against the wall. It's key. Okay? Straddle the second dash line. Coming into the chicane here, we're braking. You see I don't see the marker cones, but we're braking. Green cone to green cone, turning it in. Oh, this is the,
He's doing the hairpin.
yeah, that's the hairpin, so that is not the one we're going to do. Right there, we will go ahead and run it out to the edge for the next turn on 3. A good break. There's our green cone there, and look to the green cone on the inside, staying off the paint again. Get down there, make the turn first, and then smooth on the gas. Now we're back on that back straight. Back straight is not super long, but you can definitely pick up some speed. But remember, whenever you're picking up speed on the straight, you've got to slow down for the turn at the end. So you can't just pin it and wait till the turn. You got to plan ahead. And here we are back looking at the scoring tower. An S turn through here, a little wide, bring it back, get on line. This is treated more like one big decreasing radius turn, so it's tightening up at the end. Green cone, look to the green cone. Staying off the gas until you get to the green cones. Another brake off on our right-hand side, tucking it tight. Right here is where people seem to have the most problem keeping it steady. The road comes up into another road. Over that hump, when you go over that hump, lightens that rear end and it'll spin out. So stay steady. Here's that double apex coming around the wall on turn 8. Right down the middle, a nice break, tucking it in around turn 9. There's that paint strip right there that you're gonna hit, and it's gonna give you a little squiggle, but hang on. Okay, it'll come right back to you once you get on the other side. Coming around the second loop, get out there on the outside, green cone, turn in. This one is really tight, so you have to stay off the gas and turn, 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 turn. And then you start opening it up through here. We're going to get back over. We're going to see that brake marker. Coming onto the roval. Brake, brake. Wait till the green marker to turn in. We're coming over paint and up on the incline. So watch yourself in there. Start out third gear. This is why we're not going to second. Well, it's rain out there. And then we're going to get into fourth gear somewhere on between turns 1 and 2 on the NASCAR oval. And we'll likely start out a little more mid-track, and then we'll come down, like I said, down to the inside here and fade back up towards the outside wall on the back stretch, but just straddling the dotted line. Don't go up any higher than that. There's our markers, brake markers, boom, boom, braking, braking, braking to our green cone against the wall, tucking it into the apex cone, slow in through here, make the corner, stay off the paint, and then right here is when you start to bring it back up, coming out onto the oval again. Right here also is where we're going to be doing those passes, okay? So right in here, you'll get that point out by the instructor, and you're going to, first car's going to drop down, not on the paint, but down into lane 1. The other car, he's going to stay up. That car's going to ease off the gas. Everybody's catching up. And between 3 and 4, we should be back in line by the time we get into turn 4 over here. Okay?
Well, lunch, the extended lunch break is over, and we did the academic portion of the what to do, what not to do on the road course, hoping the weather would lift, and it's still raining. So we're gonna go race 760 horsepower cars in the rain. What's the worst that could happen? We're about to find out. Well, we can't wait any longer. We sat out with an extended lunch break. The rain keeps coming.
Radio check. Give me a wave if you can hear me.
We can't wait any longer. It's time to go race in the rain.
Radio check. All right. Hey.
So we're about to go through the tunnel out to the racetrack. Of course, got to pull both paddles and let it rev. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, there's another guy behind me following suit. All right, so at the road course here, they want us to run in sport mode as opposed to track mode, simply because we have so much standing water. They want more control of the car, so to speak, less yaw available. And they actually want us to run in manual transmission, so I got the M button pressed. And that's to keep the transmission from downshifting into second, especially when we go to give it some gas and hit that harder torque and possibly spin out on the wet surfaces. They warned us about the paint. There's apparently a lot of paint on this track, start stop, sponsor areas that we're going to be driving on, and they said it's slick as snot. So we'll see how it goes. I've never raced in the rain. This will be a first for me. Should be fun. Yeah, hopefully it all goes well. About to find out.
All the way around the whole entire racetrack, corner by corner. All you need to do is kind of connect the dots. Kind of look for the green turning markers, look for the green apexes. Certain corners have track out cones, some don't, but you'll see as the track's laid out where you want to go. And then he'll again just keep bringing up the speed more and more and more. Keep an eye on what the instructor's doing in front of you while you're behind him, so you can try to mimic that, get some muscle memory going. And then again, the chicane is right across from us, directly across the track. You go down the back straightaway here. As you go down into the bus stop chicane, he'll mention to the first car in line that I'll be doing my driver's, we'll be doing the driver swap right there.
All right, we just got the go-ahead to load up in our cars to head out on the track. Here we go. All right, getting strapped in. This will be our first outing on the very wet road course. We'll see how it goes.
You good in there?
All good, thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks. There we go.
Here we go, guys. Going to be about 35 miles. Going to be about 35 miles.
Track is really wet.
bit, launch car, and you can close that tail pump.
Sticking pretty well in the wet. It's quite the bank out there, 23.5 degrees.
You can, I need you to close that pump for about 10 to 15 bucks. Close that for 2, 3, 3. I'll hold on a little bit here.
Got orange car slow back behind us. We're slowing down for him. Up on the bank. Tail end Charlie's hanging way back. Can't go fast unless they catch up. There they come.
Do this thing here with those injector balls. Go down the front of it.
We're doing a number 2 swap. Ooh, it's wet. A lot of standing water. Just went over a lot of paint, had to get off the gas. A lot of paint. Standing water, paint. I'm really surprised at how well it sticks. Of course, we're not running full tilt boogie like we would if it was dry, but I'm really surprised in the corners. Yeah, I would expect it to slide out there, and it just doesn't. It's magic. Car accelerates, turns, and brakes in the rain. Crazy. steaming water there. It's impressive that holds on. Ooh, there's a little slide up. That was a little too much gas. That gets your attention. Instructor saying, "Come on, Orange!" Orange is hanging back there. Ooh, there's a lot of water. I slid a little last time. Easier on the throttle. Woo, coming in hot. Oh, orange just slid a little. Oh, orange sliding around. Even in the wet, this is a friggin' blast. Instructor's saying orange needs to be smoother on the throttle. Shouldn't be stepping up. That's fourth gear, 80 miles an hour. On the brakes. third. Coming in hot. It is wet. Little slide. Sun's coming out. Where's Orange? Oh, he's back there. There was 100. Not bad. Another swap. We need this track to dry out.
Really doing a lot of acceleration stuff and it's really slippery.
Talking about how slippery all the paint is. flag, which means time to cool down, ease off on the brakes.
Even though we're running a slower pace here, let's just continue to work on running your perfect line. All your marks where you should be. So the eyes out, kind of head up where you want this car to go. Use the brake force on that right here. Pull back down. Stay in my tire track.
The sun's out.
So we're headed into the pit, so we're just going to stay down here on the zebra. Nice and smooth across this painted surface here, gang. Good job. Good run there, guys. Good movement. Better belly up the van. On the car, you got your distance closed up pretty good. You can probably still close up. Get another couple car lengths probably. Good job, guys. Good move. And that on car stepping out front. Midway through the run, you got to stay smooth on that throttle pedal. Got to squeeze that pedal, especially in these conditions.
He's given a lot of critiques for the orange car. Smooth on the throttle, keep it from stepping out, stay closer. That was fun. Now we just need to get it to dry out some so we can go full tilt boogie. All right, just finished the first go at the road race road course, and I was stunned at how well this car stuck in the rain. There was a lot of standing water on the track. There was paint that's wet, and you know, the paint's slippery, but as long as you're smooth on the throttle, and you know, and there was a couple times where I got surprised by something. I kind of was getting on the brakes late, and it worked way better in the rain than I expected. So that was actually a good lesson. We got the sun's kind of coming out a little bit now. As you can see, we're in the garage here. The sun's kind of coming out. Hopefully the track dries out for the subsequent runs. All right, we're heading back into the cars for session number 2 on the road course. It's still wet, but drying. It's getting better. You can see it's getting lighter outside. Here we go, number 2. Track is a lot drier. Still has puddles and standing water. 5. Better grip this time. Still standing water there, but it's a lot better. A lot of water there. Hot in the corner. Brakes are amazing. crazy. The turning grip is phenomenal. Woo, slop. That's exciting. rubber chunks coming off the cars ahead. So addicting. That was fun. So I ran that whole event with the air conditioning on. Didn't even notice it. There's so much power in this car. Just amazing. It's off now. That was fun. More grip this time. Track is way drier. There's still standing water. But I was able to maintain tighter because, I could have more confidence in the grip as far as turning and braking. A lot of fun. We got another session that's going to be that much drier. Good fun. Okay, we just finished session number 2. Track is considerably drier. Speeds are higher. That's amazing. That was fun. Session number 3 is going to be even drier. All right, here we go for run number 3. Instantly, I've got the G meter up. I've got 0.92 brake, 0.50 acceleration, 1.04 lateral left G, and 1.09 right. We had good grip on the last one. That was a reset, so that's what I ran. I didn't record what I did on the first run. Got a couple sprinkles right now. lot of rubber. A lot of rubber. Running so tightly. Wow, the grip is amazing. Holy crap. Bunching up naturally. They did say that these cars have the adjustable camber plates and they're running in track alignments. Brakes work well. That standing water's gotten a lot better. Little slide. They would not let us run a track and automatic. I asked. Too much standing water and wet paint. That's when this car gets fully unleashed. burnt rubber. Jeez, the grip is just crazy. Well, these brakes are so forgiving. You can, come in accidentally too hot, hit the brakes late, and they're there. Rubber in the eyes. Breaking hard. Woo! That gets the heart pounding. That is fun. Well, just coming off the track from run number 3, that was fan-frickin-tastic. Holy crap. These cars have so much grip, so much braking and power. They are so forgiving, and you know, every little nuance that you do, little mistakes, this car's got it covered. Wet track, dry track, just mind-boggling. Crazy awesome. So we just finished session number 3. The track was the best yet of the day. And you know, there's still a little bit of standing water here and there, but for the most part the track was dry. Incredible freaking grip. Just nuts how forgiving the car is. Yeah, whether you get on the brakes late, turn late, whatever it is, the car's got it, makes you look good. Incredible. Now we're getting ready to go out for the scare ride. The pro drivers are going to take us out, throw us in the right seat, and show us how it's really done. Should be fun. About to go for the pro ride. Wish me luck.
Same way you drove it. We're gonna run in sport. We're gonna run a manual, just using 3rd and 4th gear, just like you guys did. It'll be a quick lap. It won't be, you know, all out speed, but it'll be quick. I think you guys were running pretty quick out there yourself, so it may not be much faster. Typically, most people that aren't used to doing track stuff, the first thing they say is like, "Oh, that's what you meant by hitting the brakes." So I'll talk the first lap through. I'll try to be loud so you can hear me.
Okay.
And then second lap, we just kind of enjoy the sound of the car.
Now, is there a reason why you're not doing auto and track mode, just to be like we did?
What's that?
Is there a reason why you're not in track and auto, just to be like us?
To drive just the way you guys did.
All right.
Yeah, that's kind of only fair. You guys, you know, there's still some spots. This is super slick still, over there slick. So it's just kind of that be fair kind of deal, you know.
Okay.
I mean, you guys have been working all morning and afternoon at this, so it's like,
Right.
hey, let's give it the same way you guys did.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Brakes are insane.
Nice and wide, little touch of brakes to settle the nose back down. On the gas coming down the hill, little touch. Around, clip that late apex. Want a good drive up the hill. Can't be too aggressive with the gas, we won't go through. Little touch, real late apex over the rise. Up over the hill, yeah, out to the middle, back down looking through the turn. Down to that apex.
That was crazy.
Glad you enjoyed it. These
That was
cars,
awesome, man.
these cars are awesome, aren't they?
Holy balls. That's amazing. You know, the acceleration's awesome, the turning is awesome, but the brakes are just freaking nuts. I can't believe how much this thing just comes down from speed. Shit.
Does it well. This here is definitely a street legal race car.
Thank you for that. That was a lot of fun.
You got it.
Oh, man. Well, these 4S's have about 200 and maybe 7, 8 miles on them, and they're getting some pretty good scrub. This is the car I've been driving. Rears are looking better. Fronts are getting chewed. I asked them how many sessions or how many 2020 track attacks can they get out of the tires. They said they don't know because we're the first. Go find out. Whew. That was a lot of fun. All right, full day in Charlotte at the 2020 GT500 track attack. It's crazy, a lot of fun. Yeah, if you get one of these cars, you definitely got to come. I mean, even if you get a GT350, you got to come and do their track attack. We start out the morning, learn about the different modes and how they feel in the parking lot with cones. That was fun. I actually enjoyed the heck out of that. And we went out on the skid pad, and we had cars with hydraulics. So we lift up the front, lift up the rear to induce an understeer, oversteer. Learn about counter steering and gas and brake and how it can upset the car. And we went down the drag strip. We did 4 runs down the drag strip. Fun, lots of fun. My favorite of all the entire day, the road course. Holy crap! These cars, you know, these are all base cars with a handling package. Some of them, actually, yeah, this car has a handling package. I think actually, yeah, all of these cars have the gurney flaps on them. So they're all handling package base cars with the 4S tires. And holy crap, do they grip. Just insane. You know, I expected, you know, last time I did, the only time I did the road course was in a carbon fiber track pack with the extra downforce and the stickier tires. These tires are great for road courses. I was really surprised. We chewed the hell out of these tires. But they stuck, and you could crank the steering wheel into a turn and they just bit and went. And late braking, you know, surprised by something and you hit the brakes late and you stop. Hell of a gripping setup, even with the base car. So at the end of the day, well, one last bit. So the professional drivers took us out for I filmed it. I don't know how much we're going to be able to watch. I was flying all over the place. It's pretty violent. Every time you jumped on the brakes, it felt like a crash. The brakes in that car, brakes in these cars are nuts. And at the end of that, I was telling him how much I was just amazed by it. And he said, "Yeah, this is a street legal race car. It is a race car, thoroughbred race car. That is street legal." So that sums up this car in a nutshell. 2020 GT500 track attack, fun. I can't believe they let us essentially do this for free. It's part of the buying package of these cars. You got to get out here. You got to do it. It is crazy awesome. Going through the tunnel, gotta rev it. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. All right, it's been a long day. I'm back in my get home uniform. They got all the cars they're working on cleaning and airing up and filling up with fuel. But I had a kind of a funny, neat thing happen when we were finishing up and graduating. The instructor was, you know, saying, "Hey, congratulations, everybody." And I said, hey, I'm going to be making a video and posting this on social media. And one of my classmates said, yeah, he makes great Shelby videos. And then my instructor said, wait a minute, I know you. He says, are you the guy that made the hour-long Getting to Know the 2020 GT500 video? I was like, yeah, that's me. I go by Shelby Flyer on YouTube. He goes, that's how I learned about, you know, the 2020 GT500. So the instructors are watching my video to learn about the car and all the nuances and the technology. So that was kind of a fun moment. But there's all the cars back in the garage. Hope you enjoyed the video. Get yourself a 2020 GT500 and come to Ford Racing School. It is an amazing freaking car. Thanks for watching. See you next time.